Coach, any updates on Tyler?
Tyler's out the next 2 games. He got on the bike yesterday. He's going to work out again today, but he's still pretty under the weather. Jordan Mickey is got it now, so he's out, and that's it for now. James Young is continued to be out with the ankle sprain.
You feeling all right?
I'm good. Knock on wood.
You guys good at taking precautions to make sure the rest of the team tries to dodge this?
I mean, same precautions everybody else takes, right? Wash your hands and cross your fingers. What's that?
Quarantine.
It's all part of it. There's a lot of you go to see any game that's played in the NBA right now, somebody's been sick, so it's part of it. You just kind of move on with who's available.
Brad, knowing Jay the way you do, how do you expect him to respond on the court tonight after the hoopla of the last few days?
I would think fine. Yeah, I mean, I would think fine. You know, you know, he said his part yesterday, and we've talked about it a lot. And so, you know, our focus since right after media was over yesterday was on the Sixers and getting ready for tonight's game.
He's the kind of guy that also plays with a chip on his shoulder. Probably felt disrespected most of his career because, you know, he's drafted late. He didn't play much in Dallas, the kind of thing. Out of high school, wasn't heavily recruited. So this is nothing new for him, isn't it? Is it?
Yeah, I think the chip on your shoulder thing's a good thing in a lot of ways. You know, and Jay talked about it again yesterday. I think the one thing that he said was that, you know, he wishes he wouldn't have taken it to Twitter late. But at the end of the day, like, we prioritize guys with chips on their shoulders and guys that really want to be good and believe they can be really good and work the right way, because we think that's contagious.
Coach, how much do you think when it comes to all-stars and players of the month and all that stuff that they're generally considered offensive rewards? How much should defense be taking into consideration of that?
Should be half, but because that's half the game. But that's not the way those things are usually chosen.
Brad, a lot of talk obviously about Embiid, but what about the Sixers guards and the way they find ways to get him the ball?
No, I mean, this is a team that's really playing well. They've won their last 2 games, won the second of a back-to-back in Denver, which is, you know, noted how difficult that has been, and then came home from the West and beat a Minnesota team that they had down 26 at one time in the game. So this is a team that has given us fits certainly at a number of positions. I mean, obviously everybody talks about the fives with Embiid and Okafor. Sometimes they play those guys together. Sometimes they play Noel with them. Sometimes they just play them all at the 5 and rotate them. But, you know, hey, the perimeter guys have given us fits too. And, you know, whether it's Covington or Stauskas or Rodriguez or Saric and Ilyasova, et cetera, they can all shoot. They can all make plays with the dribble. They had us beat there, I thought. We did not play very well, and they had a lot to do with that. So we got our hands full. We know we have to play well.
Facing Embiid for the first time, he said this morning you guys were the first team to double team him back in preseason. But what have you seen on film in his development in this first year?
Yeah, I haven't seen him a lot, obviously, since he was at Kansas, and we were looking at him before he came out in the draft. And that, I think, was before he got hurt towards the end of that freshman season. Then we saw him in the preseason for our game because we didn't have any film on him before that. And then so I just see what I've seen in the first couple months. So I don't know. I thought he was really good right out of the gate. You know, I haven't seen a ton that I would consider new. I knew he was a very versatile player who could shoot, dribble, pass, face up, post, rebound. You know, he's 7 foot, whatever. And he's talented.
Ilyasova give him stability.
Ilyasova and Saric make it tough because they're playing the stretch 4 for him, right? They play those guys together some at the 3-4, but not a ton. And you know, obviously, when you get a guy like Henderson back, if he comes back and plays tonight, you probably see a little bit less of that Ilyasova, Saric 3-4. But you know, when you have skilled guys that shoot it like that and can floor it like that, can get to the foul line, play hard, you know, those guys are tough. And you know, I always take into account kind of where guys are when we play them last and then where they are now, and almost all of Ilyasova's numbers have gone up pretty significantly from early December.
How do you defend a guy like Covington, who's been an average three-point shooter his whole career? This season he's kind of sub 30%. Does that impact at all how you?
No, he's a good three-point shooter. There's no. I don't even care what his percentages say. You know, he's a guy that's hit 5 in a row against us in the past. Watched him for a long time. Played against him a lot. You know, you can throw the percentage out the window. He's gonna even that percentage out over the course of time. So you just hope it's not against you starting tonight.